Alright, we're back. I just got the tail end of a little bit of unsweetened raspberry iced tea. So, we're getting a morning shave in. I didn't get a shave last night because I was at my dad's house setting up for today's party. So, my dad's turning 50. We're having a big barbecue, a lot of family and friends. And so, we were preparing meats. We're preparing, his area. He has 3 acres, so we were preparing his area for a big party today. So, with that said, I forgot to lather. So let's fucking get right into that, because that's going to be a minute. Anyways, I'll talk as I lather. Sometimes I forget the way that I shoot these videos, and since it's a morning shave, I'm not a morning person, so that's going to make me mess up as well. Anyhow, so yeah, my dad's turning 50, and we are planning a big barbecue get-together type thing. And so yesterday we were kind of setting up, chairs and places for shade, awnings or whatever. And and then we were preparing. We had a pork butt and some brisket and some ribs, and it's just a lot of prep. We got desserts, cookies, and pies and shit. We went all out, and so it's gonna be a fun day. No doubt I'm gonna need a hearty breakfast because there's gonna be a lot of drinking. We got the lawn games laid out. What do you call it? The fucking that redneck golf where you have the 2 balls like with the string in between, and then you kind of like toss it bolo style. And then, what's the one with the fucking hacky sacks? It's too early for my brain, man. I don't know. Maybe it'll come to me. But the one with the hacky sacks where you have like 2 teams of 2 standing up. It's kind of like horseshoes, but with hacky sacks. You guys know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's just too early for my brain. Anyways, so I stayed up late, and I'm waking up early. Who said Excelsior has problems? I guess I should introduce the soap. We're going to be doing Barrister Mann's Beaudelaire. This is a West Coast shaving exclusive, unfortunately. But Beaudelaire, I kicked myself in the ass for passing on this one when it originally came out, because now I am itching for the trifecta. And the Aftershave is out of stock. And the Eau de Toilette is out of stock. And so I'm just sitting here with my fucking hands in my pants, Beaudelaire is a fucking banger. And I don't know if it's just because I'm a sucker for Mousse de Saxe, specifically Barrister Mann's Mousse de Saxe, but I love this shit, and I'm just beating myself up that I didn't. Somebody told me that it smelled like, what the fuck's that shit? Brute. Somebody said it's like a modern take on Brute, and I was like, I'm not buying that shit. I was like, I don't need a fucking modern take on Brute. Are you fucking kidding me? I was like, Brute is still in production. If I wanted Brute, I could just go get Brute. And I should have known. I should have done my research, but I just completely wrote it off. I didn't even know it had Mousse de Saxe in it. I just wrote it off. I didn't even look into it. And that's my bad. Oh, we're using the emerald and green turn and shave. You can't really see it. I just saw ass backwards this morning, but whatever. But yeah. So I completely wrote off Beaudelaire. And now I'm kicking myself for it because it is a wonderful scent. I did hit up Will and ask him, when is Beaudelaire gonna get restocked at West Coast Shaving, because I was like, I need that trifecta in my life. And he told me, well, I asked him 2 questions. I was like, when is Full Measure of Man getting EDP? And when is Beaudelaire going to get fully restocked at West Coast Shaving? And he told me Full Measure of Man probably won't be getting an EDP till its next appearance. Maybe this fall. So he gave me a maybe and left it at that. And so I was like, okay, son of a bitch, But at least he tempered my expectations, because I was like, I don't want to miss a single fucking Barrister and Man drop, because what if it's there, you know what I mean? But he told me straight, don't expect it. It probably won't show up until its next appearance, which may be this fall. And then the other thing he told me was that Beaudelaire will get a restock, but he doesn't know when. And so I think since it's a West Coast Shaving contracted type thing, I think they probably have to, put in the order, and then Will makes it, so on and so forth. So we got Timeless Bronze right here. Let's see if I can show you what's going on. There you go. Maybe you can see it, but it's the mild 0.38, and has a second or third use Wizamet Blade in it. And very smooth. The Timeless here. This is my second Timeless. The first one, I had a stainless open comb, and I just think I got it too early in my wet shaving journey. Like I wasn't ready for that level of aggression and blade feel, and so I actually sold that. And I still wanted a Timeless razor in my collection, so I took the money I made off the Timeless stainless steel open comb, and I just bought this Timeless Bronze. And so, win-win, because I really do like this Timeless Bronze. I think even though it's only a 0.38 blade gap, it has medium efficiency still. And so I still get BBS with it. As a matter of fact, when I got this at the time in my wet shaving journey, I thought this 0.38 was the most aggressive thing I had, because I could still feel it still has blade feel. And at the time, I mistook blade feel for aggression. You know what I mean? And now I know that just because it has blade feel doesn't necessarily mean it's aggressive or efficient. You know what I mean? So, something to think about. That was a fantastic first pass. This is it. It's a very smooth shaver. And I absolutely love the Excelsior base. I loaded pretty heavy because this V4 tip knot from Turn and Shave, it is one jelly motherfucker, and it is a lather hog, and is just all sort of things. I've learned through trial and error to just load heavy. Like, don't fuck with it. You know what I mean? Don't risk it by being frugal with your shave soap. I've learned with this guy, just load heavy. And sometimes when you have a problem brush, that's all you gotta do. Just fucking load heavy. At some point, there's gonna be so much soap that it doesn't matter what the shortcomings of your brush are. If you have enough soap, loaded up, you're gonna fucking get a lather. There's just no way around it. Doesn't matter how shitty your brush is. You load enough soap and you put enough agitation and moisture, you're gonna get a lather. There's just no two ways around it. And so that's what I've done. I've learned, when I use this V4 tip knot, just fucking load heavy. And I got plenty of lather. I got enough for another fucking 2 passes on my third of a face that I shave. Let's get this against the grain. So yeah, I stayed up late. I had my uncle in from California, which I only get to see once a year, if I'm lucky. And so he was actually staying out at my dad's place. And so after we got done setting everything up last night, and we were just kind of chilling, it was a warm summer night, had a good breeze going though. And we had a cigar and some beers. And when I finally, went home, they were like, hey, we're going to need you back in the morning. So I'm going to get this shave in, go grab some supplies, and then head over to my dad's. He lives kind of on the outskirts of town. So they usually will, give me a list of shit to get before I head out. And so no problem. But I'm very much looking forward to it, man. It's going to be a blast. I was met this morning with some sad news that kind of got me angry, but I'm just going to forget about that until after the party. Because it's supposed to be a day to celebrate. So we'll just put that on the back burner and try to focus on celebrating today. Turning 50 is a big deal, so I'm going to have all my attention on showing my dad some love and enjoying the company of family and friends. And I hope you guys have a great weekend as well. Maybe get some outdoor activities in. I know the weather's been getting nice, so maybe some barbecuing or camping, who knows. Alright, let me rinse off real quick. We'll get this aftershave on. This is what I wanted to use yesterday, was Beaudelaire. I could do a little Fougere Fridays type deal, because this is technically a spin on Fougere. It has the lavender, oak moss, coumarin, but then it also has Mousse de Saxe, which is kind of like that dusty, leathery, rich accord. And then it also has ylang ylang, rose, and sandalwood. So, good shit. $22 in the Excelsior base at Wisco Shaving. 4 ounces of soap. And it is a tallow soap. So there's the breakdown. I wanted to give that information out there because I do like this soap. And when I care about something enough, it's like I want you guys to know. So I wrote all that down. I have my little booklet here that I'll write scent notes and prices and all that jazz, so I could do a pseudo proper review. This one, I don't think it's a bright fougere. I don't think it's too dark or too heavy. It kind of rides that mid section in between the two. And It has elements of both, you know what I mean? Like, you could get the green elements from the fougere. You get those warm, rich Mousse de Saxe elements. And everything else, I think, are just supporting notes. I don't really pick up rose, thank God. I don't really necessarily pick up sandalwood or ylang ylang. So it's very well blended. Alright. Can't believe I'm only at 16 minutes. And I had to do a full lather. Just goes to show I can do it. I just fucking talk too much. Alright, we got Zaharoff's signature right here. I don't have the matching splash to Beaudelaire, and so I figured Zaharoff's signature is kind of in the same vein as Beaudelaire, whereas it's a kind of a warmer fougere type scent. I think it has enough green going on to be called a fougere, even though I don't think it has all the elements. So maybe it's more like fougere adjacent. I remember when I first got this, we were doing Fern Boy Squad. If you guys remember Fern Boy Squad, let me know in the comments. But we were doing the Fern Boy Squad week, and I remember throwing this in there because I was like, well, to me, the scent comes off, you know, fougere adjacent. So even though I don't think it had all the components, the lavender, oak, moss, coumarin, if I remember correctly, it was missing some of the components of a fougere. But I was like, it's fougere adjacent. Beautiful, classy, masculine scent. Right about now, I'm wishing I had the matching EDT for Beaudelaire or Zaharoff signature, because I would rock that to the barbecue today, no doubt. Anyhow, we'll find a suitable substitute though. Anyhow, thank you guys for watching. I hope you appreciate the video and get some enjoyment out of it. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thanks as always for the support. I'll catch you on the next one. IKEA.